All right, so are you ready to jump into a story that has got more twists and turns than
A rugby pitch.
yeah, than a rugby pitch? Exactly. We
Yeah.
are talking Louis Rees-Zammit,
Ooh, I like this one.
the Welsh rugby star
Yeah.
who decided to trade in his scrum cap and give the NFL a shot.
Right.
Our source for this deep dive is a recent BBC article covering his first year across the pond.
Oh,
And let me tell you, it's a wild ride, this article.
it is a wild ride.
I mean, just the audacity of it.
I think what strikes me is it's the audacity of it all, really, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
he's at the top of his game in rugby
Right.
and decides to just completely change everything.
Everything.
A new sport, new rules, new everything.
Yeah.
It's like trying to master chess after a lifetime of checkers.
Yeah, it's such a bold move, though, and that's what makes it so interesting to me.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you're a superstar in one sport,
Yeah.
and you decide to just dive headfirst into another one,
Yeah.
where you're essentially starting from scratch.
From nothing.
And the BDC article does a great job of laying out the whole timeline,
Yeah.
starting with Rees-Zammit's participation in the NFL's International Player Pathway program.
Right. And that's not just some casual training camp, is it?
No.
It's a 10-week crash course
Oh.
designed to bring international athletes up to speed on the fundamentals of American football.
Right.
And 10 weeks to,
It doesn't seem like that much time.
to grasp the complexities of the NFL, 10 weeks is barely scratching the surface.
It's like trying to learn a new language
Yeah.
and then being asked to write a novel in it.
Exactly.
And then this is where things get even more interesting.
More interesting.
So he's signed to the practice squad
Right.
of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, wow.
Not just any team.
the reigning Super Bowl champions.
Talk about pressure.
Huge amounts of pressure.
It's like trying to climb Mount Everest
Yeah.
after only practicing on a treadmill.
That's a good analogy.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
There's another twist. So things took an unexpected turn when his coach at the Jacksonville Jaguars was let go after a disappointing season,
Right, Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Now, Rees-Zammit finds himself a free agent, which means he can negotiate with any NFL team.
That's the NFL for you, a whirlwind of opportunity and uncertainty.
Yeah, so this is where we need to consider the insights from Sky Sports NFL analyst Phoebe Schechter.
Yes, she has some very interesting insight.
She seems to think that his speed and agility, which were his trademarks in rugby,
Mm-hmm.
make him a natural fit for a wide receiver role.
Yes, I can see that. I mean, the speed.
Yeah.
You need that speed.
But she also emphasizes something I think gets overlooked a lot, and that's football IQ.
Oh, football IQ.
Yeah, it's not just about being fast and athletic.
No.
It's about understanding the nuances of the game.
Yeah, knowing when to make a cut, how to read the defense,
Right.
anticipating the quarterback's next move.
Yeah.
It's like having a strategic map in your head, not just relying on brute strength.
So for someone coming from a different sport like rugby, that learning curve must be incredibly steep.
Massively steep.
It's like trying to solve a complex math equation
Yeah,
while everyone else is speaking a different language.
100%.
So how does someone even begin to develop that kind of football IQ in such a short time?
Well, it's certainly not easy.
Yeah.
Schechter points out that it takes time, dedication, and a willingness to learn from those around you.
Right.
It's about absorbing every bit of knowledge from coaches and teammates,
Yeah.
constantly studying playbooks and dissecting game film until it becomes second nature.
Right. So it's not just about physical talent.
No,
It's about mental agility and a relentless drive to learn.
100%.
But even with all that, isn't there still a huge cultural shift that someone like Rees-Zammit has to navigate?
Yeah.
Coming from the world of rugby, where the game and the culture is so different.
Oh, yeah.
It must be like stepping onto another planet.
Absolutely. The training regimes, the
Yeah.
locker room dynamics, even the language used in the NFL is completely different from what he's used to in rugby.
Yeah, it's a whole new world. And that adjustment can't be easy.
No, not at all.
It's like going from a laid-back beach vacation to boot camp.
That's a good one.
And yet Schechter seems to think that Rees-Zammit isn't the only one to attempt this kind of transition.
No, she draws a parallel between Rees-Zammit and another rugby player who took a shot at the NFL,
Okay.
Christian Wade.
Christian Wade.
She actually worked with Wade when he was on the Buffalo Bills practice squad and got to see his dedication and work ethic firsthand.
Okay.
I think there's a lot that Rees-Zammit could learn from Wade's experiences.
I think so too, and that's a really interesting comparison to make.
Yeah.
What exactly did Wade do that made him stand out, even if he didn't ultimately secure a permanent spot on the roster?
Well, Schechter emphasizes the importance of constant learning both on and off the field.
Right.
It's about soaking up every bit of knowledge you can from coaches and teammates,
Okay.
constantly analyzing your own performance and striving to improve every single day. Wade was known for his relentless work ethic, and that's something that any athlete transitioning to a new sport needs to embrace.
Yeah, it's like being a student in a never-ending masterclass, isn't it?
It is.
You're constantly learning, adapting, and pushing yourself to improve.
Yeah.
So it sounds like talent alone isn't enough.
No, it's not enough.
You need that insatiable hunger to succeed,
Yes.
to make it in a cutthroat environment like the NFL.
Absolutely. And this is where the comparison to Wade becomes really insightful.
Right.
Wade, despite his limited time in the NFL, demonstrated that work ethic and dedication.
Right.
It's almost like he laid down a blueprint for other rugby players looking to make the transition.
Yeah.
It shows them that while the odds might be stacked against you, success is possible with the right mindset and a willingness to put in the work.
Right. And it's inspiring to see athletes like Rees-Zammit and Wade pushing the boundaries and challenging themselves in this way. And it's also a reminder that success in any field, especially one as demanding as the NFL, requires a combination of natural ability, dedication, and a willingness to learn and adapt.
I completely agree.
But this whole story also highlights another intriguing aspect.
Okay, what's that?
The increasing crossover between rugby and American football.
Yes. You know, that's what I find so fascinating about this whole situation.
Yeah.
We're seeing more shared movements and tactics,
Right.
with each sport influencing the other in subtle but significant ways.
It's like these two seemingly different worlds are starting to converge.
Exactly.
And athletes like Rees-Zammit are at the forefront of that convergence.
100%.
It's like they're speaking different languages,
Yeah.
but they're starting to understand each other's dialects.
Yes. And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe Rees-Zammit, with his unique experience in both worlds, could become a bridge between them.
Right.
He could showcase the benefits of skills honed in both rugby and American football, bringing a fresh perspective, and perhaps even influencing the evolution of both sports.
That's a really thought-provoking idea.
Isn't it?
It's like he's a walking embodiment of the potential for cross-sport inspiration.
Definitely.
Imagine the impact he could have, not just on his own career,
Yeah.
but on the way these two sports develop and evolve.
Massively.
It's almost like he's a secret agent infiltrating the NFL with his rugby-infused skills and strategies.
I love it.
And Schechter seems to agree that even if he doesn't become a star player, his experience will have a ripple effect.
She even went so far as to say,
Okay.
and I quote, "Louis is only going to be able to educate and help those around him so much more."
Wow.
That's why I feel he cannot lose in this situation.
That's huge.
That's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
And it suggests that his presence and his perspective could have a lasting impact on the NFL, even if he doesn't end up securing a permanent spot on a roster.
It's like he's a catalyst for change.
Yeah.
Even if that change is subtle and happens behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And that brings us back to the big question. Will Rees-Zammit succeed in the NFL?
The million-dollar question.
Well, after unpacking all of this information, I'd say the jury's still out.
Absolutely. He's at a crossroads, facing uncertainty with a new coach coming in.
Right.
But as we've discussed, his athleticism, willingness to learn, and the unique perspective he brings from rugby make him a player to watch.
Definitely.
But beyond his individual success,
Yeah.
his journey highlights a much larger trend.
Right.
The growing influence of rugby on American football and vice versa.
And this is where things get really exciting.
This is where it gets good.
Okay, so we've set the stage.
Yep.
We've met our main character.
Right.
And we've glimpsed the challenges and possibilities that lie ahead.
We have indeed.
Now let's dive even deeper into this fascinating world of cross-sport inspiration and explore how Rees-Zammit's journey could shape the future of both rugby and American football.
Let's go.
All right.
I'm excited about this one. I mean, it really makes you wonder, what if this cross-sport pollination becomes the norm, you know?
Right.
What if we see more athletes like Rees-Zammit?
Yeah.
Blurring the lines between sports.
Yeah.
Bringing new skills and strategies to the table.
And it's not just a hypothetical scenario, right?
Exactly.
Schechter actually gives some specific examples of how these two sports are already influencing each other.
Yeah.
You know, she mentioned the hook and ladder play in American football,
Right.
which has its roots in rugby tactics.
Exactly.
And on the flip side,
Yeah.
you see rugby players adopting the juke step.
Yes, of course. A classic American football move.
And it's not just limited to individual moves, right?
Yeah.
Think about the emphasis on physicality and tackling in both sports.
Right.
A rugby player coming to the NFL already has a solid foundation.
Yeah.
in those areas.
100%. They're starting with a leg up in terms of the physical demands of the game.
Right, but then wouldn't their lack of experience with things like padding and helmets be a disadvantage?
It's definitely an adjustment.
Yeah.
But remember, these are elite athletes we're talking about.
Right.
They're adaptable and quick learners. And the IPP program is designed to help them acclimate to those differences.
Okay.
But what's really fascinating is how someone like Rees-Zammit could bring a whole new dimension to the NFL.
Right.
Not just in terms of physicality,
Yeah.
but also in terms of tactical innovation.
So you're saying he could be a real game changer.
He could be a game changer.
But isn't it a bit of a long shot to think that someone coming from rugby
Yeah,
could actually influence the way American football is played?
maybe. But that's what makes this story so intriguing.
Yeah.
We're talking about a sport that's constantly evolving.
Right.
Remember, the forward pass wasn't always part of American football.
Right.
It was an innovation, something borrowed from other sports.
Right.
So who's to say that Rees-Zammit, with his unique skill set,
Yeah.
couldn't introduce a new wrinkle, a new tactic that catches on and changes the game?
I like the way you think.
I try my best.
So even if he doesn't become a star player,
Yes.
his presence could still have a significant impact.
Precisely. Schechter even said that Rees-Zammit cannot lose in this situation.
Yeah.
She believes that his experience, regardless of the outcome, will be invaluable,
Right.
both for him personally and for the sport as a whole.
It's like he's a pioneer blazing a trail for other athletes to follow.
100%.
But what about the challenges? I mean, the NFL is a notoriously tough business.
It is cutthroat.
Do you really think he has what it takes to overcome those odds
Yeah.
and make a lasting impact?
Well, nobody has a crystal ball.
Right.
But what we do know is that he's got the athleticism,
Uh-huh.
the willingness to learn,
Yeah.
and the support of people like Phoebe Schechter,
Right.
who see his potential. And let's not forget, he's already landed on the practice squad of the reigning Super Bowl champions.
That's true.
That's no small feat.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It shows that he's got something special
Yeah,
that's caught the eye of those at the highest level of the sport.
definitely.
And even if he doesn't make it as a player, he's still paving the way for a more fluid exchange of ideas and talent between rugby and American football.
And that in itself is a victory.
Yeah.
Imagine a future where these two sports aren't seen as completely separate entities,
Yeah.
but rather as interconnected disciplines,
Right.
each enriching the other.
It opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
It's a pretty exciting prospect.
It is. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dives,
Yeah.
let's take a moment to appreciate the bigger picture here.
Okay.
We're not just talking about one athlete's journey.
No.
We're witnessing a potential shift in the landscape of professional sports.
Absolutely. And at the heart of it all
Yeah.
is this fascinating question. Can skills honed in one sport truly translate to another?
Right.
Can someone like Louis Rees-Zammit with his rugby background
Right.
bridge the gap between these two seemingly different worlds?
It's a question that has no easy answers. But as we've seen, his story is a testament to the power of ambition, perseverance, and the willingness to push beyond perceived boundaries.
I completely agree.
And who knows, maybe his journey will inspire a whole new generation of athletes
Yeah.
to explore different sports,
Yeah.
to challenge conventional thinking, and to discover the hidden connections between seemingly disparate disciplines.
Now that would be a legacy worth celebrating.
It would. But before we get too ahead of ourselves,
Right.
let's take a step back and examine some of the key takeaways from Rees-Zammit's journey so far and what they might tell us about the future of both rugby and American football.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we've explored all the twists and turns of this journey, from rugby star to NFL hopeful.
Yeah.
We've looked at the challenges and opportunities
Right.
and the potential impact he could have on both sports. But
Yeah.
what does it all mean?
What does it all mean?
What are the key takeaways?
I think, well, first and foremost, Rees-Zammit's story is a testament to the power of daring to dream big, isn't it?
Yeah.
He stepped outside of his comfort zone, embraced the unknown,
Yeah.
and pursued a passion that many thought was out of reach. Right.
It's a reminder that we should never limit ourselves based on preconceived notions or the perceived boundaries between disciplines.
It's like he's saying, hey, who says a rugby player can't make it in the NFL?
Exactly.
And that kind of audacity is contagious.
It is. It's infectious.
It challenges us to question our own assumptions
Yeah.
about what's possible
Yeah.
in sports and in life.
100%.
But beyond the inspirational aspect,
Yeah.
there are also some practical takeaways here.
What are they?
So Rees-Zammit's journey highlights the importance of adaptability
Yes.
and a willingness to learn.
Of course.
He didn't just rely on his athleticism.
Right.
He embraced the challenge of mastering a new sport,
Yeah.
a new language, a new culture.
100%.
And that's something we can all learn from,
Absolutely.
whether we're athletes or not.
Doesn't matter what you do.
In today's rapidly changing world,
Yeah.
the ability to adapt, to learn new skills, and to embrace new challenges
Yeah.
is more important than ever.
It is. It's crucial. And let's not forget the key role that mentorship played in his journey.
Oh, huge.
Phoebe Schechter's insights and guidance were invaluable.
They were so valuable.
It underscores the importance of seeking out mentors and learning from those who have gone before us.
Yeah, having a coach in your corner, someone who believes in you,
Right.
can make all the difference.
But beyond those individual lessons,
All right.
there's a bigger picture here.
Okay.
Rees-Zammit's story is part of a larger trend,
Yeah.
a growing convergence
Yeah.
between rugby and American football.
Right, and this convergence has the potential to reshape both sports.
Totally.
Imagine a future where athletes seamlessly transition between rugby and American football,
Right.
bringing new skills and tactics to each game.
It could lead to a more dynamic and innovative style of play,
Definitely.
blurring the lines between these two seemingly distinct disciplines.
100%.
It's like witnessing the evolution of sports in real time.
It is, and who knows, maybe someday we'll see a hybrid sport emerge, combining the best elements of both rugby and American football.
That would be something to see.
It would.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
we're left with a sense of wonder and anticipation.
Yeah.
What does the future hold for Louis Rees-Zammit?
Big question.
Will he succeed in the NFL?
Yeah.
Will his journey inspire a new generation of cross-sport athletes?
It's exciting, isn't it?
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure.
With that,
His story is a testament to the power of human potential,
yeah.
the importance of adaptability, and the exciting possibilities that emerge when we dare to challenge conventional thinking and embrace the unknown.
Absolutely. And that, I think, is a message worth holding on to.
It is.
So the next time you find yourself facing a challenge, a new opportunity, or a seemingly impossible dream, remember Louis Rees-Zammit.
Remember his name.
Remember his courage, his determination, and his willingness to defy expectations.
Absolutely.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the next one to inspire us with your own incredible journey.
I hope so.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and we'll catch you next time.